here. Hot Atlanta at Atlanta Motor Speedway is the location for stop number 4 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series. We're here today for the running of the Quick Lane Motorcraft 500 as we're set for 50 laps of racing on this 1.522 mile racetrack, and three winners in the first 3 races of the season so far. We had the Comedies winning the Daytona 500. We had Rockingham going to Zach Rogers, and Richmond seeing a first-time winner in Aaron Macklin winning that race here at Richmond. Here's the starting lineup for today's race here at Atlanta. And this is the old Atlanta configuration we're doing by way, since about everybody else does the current configuration, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so here's the starting line for this race here. On the pole, it is Levi McIntyre at 189 miles per hour. He's on the pole for this race. He's alongside Joshua Osborne in car number 28 in the Hardy Chevrolet. Both of them Chevrolets actually in the front row of this field. Second row is Charles Sanford in car number 90, and beside him will be car number 48, Jesse Turner. Next row down sees Kat Batson in car number 15. She's flanked by car number 21, her husband Kat Batson, both of them carrying in-car cameras in today's race. The fourth row sees Dylan Young in number 2 and number 16. Nathan Hudson sits alongside. Next row down sees Zachary Fitzwater at 84. He's alongside car number 22, Dylan Potey in the Miller High Life Buick. Next row down sees Trent Dunham in number 1, the Bullfrog Knit Chevrolet. He's alongside car number 67, Chelsea Bowles. She's driving the only Chrysler in the field this season. Next row down sees Colton Schwartz in car number 41. He is flanked by car number 44, Matt McIntyre. Next row down sees car 52, Seth Cole, and number 71, Kev Shear, a Chevrolet for Seth and Kevin, an Oldsmobile. Next row down sees car number 51, Jordan Anderson, and number 70, Mitchell Collins, a Chevrolet and a Pontiac. Next row down sees car 33, Jacob Thibodeau. He's alongside number 55. It is Rob Evans, a pair of Chevrolets in that row. Next row has the winner at Rockingham, Zach Rogers, in number 98, and number 26, Quentin Moore. Next row down sees car number 66, Johnny Gardner, and number 27, it is Stephen Cullen, a rookie one of the rookies in this field. Next row has the Daytona 500 champion, Kyle Matthews, and flanked by car number 5, Phil Parker. Next row down sees car number 7. It is Mike Becker, and number 3, Cole Deaver. Next row down after that, we'll see car number 64. It is Jay Jefferson, and number 47, Zed Weinstein, the 2-time series champion. Next row down sees Shea Dairyman in car 0, and Dairyman sits on this row here on the start here. He'll be alongside car number 88, Aaron Macklin, who won the season at Richmond. Next row has car number 12, Ryan George in the Boazers Chevrolet. He's alongside car number 4. It is William Brock in the Burger King Chevrolet. Next row is Matt Haas in car number 8, and one number up, number 9, Jessica Shelton. She has her third in-car camera in this race here today. Next row, Travis Furness in car number 75, the Simonized Pontiac. He's alongside car number 89, James Sykes. He's in a Chevrolet. Next row has Laura Chung in 97. She's in an Oldsmobile. She's alongside car number 11, Zach Winkle. And starting shotgun in the field will be car number 14. It is Daniel Bouchard at the wheel of the Gilmore Oldsmobile. So, 41 cars lined up, or I should say, 41 cars lined up here at Atlanta Motor Speedway here. As we mentioned, pole speed almost 190 miles an hour, 189.8 to be exact, as Levi McIntyre and Joshua Osborne on the front row for this race here. Ohio and Kentucky represented on that front row for this race, as they're about to get the command to fire the engines, which will happen right about now here at Atlanta. Now, the first race of the season, we've had somebody not start during the first race of the season here, fail to fire on the start in the first 3 races of the season. And we are happy to report that nobody failed to fire on the start this time here. First race of the season, we've had somebody fail to fire on the start of the race as the field rolled off a pit road. for the pace lap, though. But had it happen at Daytona, we had it happen at Rockingham, we had it happen at Richmond. But this time, nobody failed to fire at Atlanta this time. As the field comes off turn number 4, Levi McIntyre leads him down to the green flag. Pace car is on the pit road. The green flag flies, and the Quick Lane Motorcraft 500 is underway. We mentioned in-car cameras today will be carried by both the Batsons, Kat and Keith, and Jessica Shelton. Will be our 3 drivers carrying our cameras here today. Field goes into turn number 3. Joshua Osborne goes to the low side, looks for the lead, and he's got it, and he'll have it through off turn number 4. And who leads that lap between he and McIntyre? I think it's going to be McIntyre by about half a car length. So Levi McIntyre leads his first lap of the race here. Now Osborne's going to try to take it in turns 1 and 2. Charles Sanford up to 3rd position now. Cat Batson in 4th. 5th right now is Jesse Turner battling with Dylan Young. Rest spot here. Dylan Young won the last time he was at Atlanta for the season finale last season. And he hopes to go 2 in a row on this racetrack here. The man driving the Red Roof Inns Buick. And now Charles Sanford tries to take the lead from Joshua Osborne. And Osborne led that lap by just about a bumper length of the line. Ooh, Sanford got really close to taking Osborne and McIntyre both out. And now Dylan Young dips down, makes it 3 wide for second place as Cat Batson takes the lead. And let's see what happens in the turn number 3 now. Ooh, gosh, this is really close. And now Dylan Young dives to the low side here, tries to get by Cat Batson for the lead. We're gonna have a third leader, but we're gonna have a third leader for sure here, and a third lead change, and it was Cat Batson who led that lap by about 100 of a second, but Dylan Young takes it now as they come off turn number 2. Zachary Bitzwater up to second place now, trying to take second in that 84 car. He's got Trent Dunham behind him in number 1. Young pushes up the track 3 wide for about 3rd place here. 3rd, and she got 3 wide, 2 rows deep in Atlanta. And Dylan Young leads that lap. Charles Sanford and Jesse Turner both caught in a sucker hole in the middle. They can hold 3 wide for a while at Atlanta, but sometimes they go 3 wide at Atlanta and they'll wreck, and usually in turn 3. And now Fitzwater leads that lap here. We have our 4th leader in 4 laps. Can we make it 5 for 5 here is the question here, and Trent Dunham's going to try to, at least in that number 1 car, and he'll do so. He's got Colton Schwartz in the 41 car behind him, Seth Cole in the 52, Kev Sheeran 71, all right behind them. And they'll make it, and they'll go 3 wide off turn number 4 here, averaging almost 184 miles an hour so far. Let's see what they average. Averaging 184 miles an hour after 6 laps right now, and Trent Dunham leads that lap. He becomes our 5th leader of the race. And now Colton Schwartz tries to take the lead for the first time today as well, too, in that 41 car. Chevrolet's a pair in that front spots of the field. Last lap by for the leader, 188.056 miles per hour. Fast lap race so far set by Matt Haas at 189.8. So almost 190 miles per hour at Atlanta Motor Speedway here, and this is a very fast racetrack, obviously. And Seth Cole leads his first lap. I tell you what, they finish this race 3 wide. It's gonna be, it'd be something if they finish this race 3 wide the way they're going right now here as they come off the second corner. All kinds of action here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway. You're on board with Kat Batson in car number 15. She runs right now in this pack of cars. See where she's clocked at this time by trying to go underneath Dylan Young. And Kat that time by clocked in the 13th position as Kev Shear leads his first lap of the race here by just inches over Seth Cole. That's what it looked like from Kat Batson's point of view. Now you're inside with Jessica Shelton in car number 9. Running right behind Matt Haas. Jess is on the inside lane trying to make some headway here. Let's see what she's clocked at this time by. Jess clocked in the 28th. Well, actually clocked 31st right now, excuse me, on the field. So she's not made much headway through the field here, but Quentin Moore on the outside tries to get past her. Behind her, Johnny Gardner, Travis Furness, James Sykes in this 89 card. 14 of Daniel Bouchard as he gets by Kyle Matthews and Cole Deaver right there behind Matthews. Deaver, of course, the only driver in this field from the state of, well, actually him and William Brock, the only 2 drivers from the state of Georgia. And they're both right back in the pack right now. They're Deaver running 38 and Brock running 39th right now. Zach Winkle currently holds the basement right now in 41st position as they come off turn number 4. And Seth Cole again leads that lap over Kev Shearer, 51 car. Jordan Anderson, gotta give a call to him, that number 51 car. Having a strong start to this race so far here as they come off turn number 2. Oh, and Anderson gets close to Kev Shearer's car. Anderson down the low side, Shearer on the high side. Who leads this lap? It looks like Kev leads that lap by just about a half a car length, and Seth Cole getting a good run on the outside of the racetrack here. Usually the outside is not where you want to be, but we saw at Daytona that the outside lane was one of the strong lines of this racetrack that racetrack we saw in both the Gatorade Twin 125s and the Daytona 500. The outside lanes usually is one of the places to be at, especially coming off the 4th corner here. And Atlanta, it's looking like it's the same deal. As Seth Cole leads that lap, and lead changes galore here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Jordan Anderson trying intensely to take the lead, though, but he's been 3 wide the last couple laps. As now Matt McIntyre in the 44 car gets in this mix right now, along with Trent Dunham in the 1, Zach Rogers in 98. He won at Rockingham. Rogers did. Rogers is the defending winner, by the way, here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. He won his race last season. Driving the number 98 Levi Garrett Chevrolet as they come through turns 1 and 2 here. Phil Parker now in this mix now, number 5. $15 laps in the race, and they're averaging 186.480 miles per hour. Starting to back off a little bit through the turns right now here as they come off the 4th corner as they come to the start-finish line. Seth leads that lap now. And Phil Parker getting help from Joshua Osborne in number 28. 48 car stuck in the middle, that's Jesse Turner, and now Zachary Fitzwater stuck in the middle now, along with Kev Shearer in the 71 car. Some great racing here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway here, I think we may see the same thing when we head to Darlington for the next race on the tour for the Dodge Challenger 500 as they come through turns 1 and 2. Now Matt McIntyre is going to try to go for the lead, number 44. That's Matt in the Piedmont Airlines Chevy. And Seth continuing to lead that lap right there. 3 wide, about 4 rows deep here at Atlanta. About 12 cars in his pack here. And now Matt McIntyre goes to the top spot. Zach Rogers pushes him out front. And now Rogers looks to the low side, number 98, as he tries to go for the lead now. Through turns 3 and 4, Rogers pulls ahead by about a half a car length, but now McIntyre, we've seen the outside lane get the run off that 4th turn, but not this time. Rogers led that lap. And now Phil Parker is going to try to go for the lead in the number 5 car. Osborne pushing him behind him in 28. And how about another rookie, Stephen Cullen in the 27 Old Milwaukee Pontiac, moving his way through the field now in the Tim Richmond colors. front here. The whole pack separated by about 2.1 seconds, but separating first through 41st right now. This looks like something you see at Talladega than you see at Atlanta. Take you through the field right now, see where everybody's running at right now here. Charles Sanford in a 90 car, stuck in the high side. He started this race third. He's now dropped back to the clock last time by in 15th position. Dylan Poteet goes to the low side of the track trying to pass him as he's pushing the 64 car, Jay Jefferson, and the 0 car behind him, Shea Derryman. And now they go through turns 3 and 4 now. Keith Batson running in the Valvoline Ford car number 21 here. Batson running in 23rd position right now. Make that 25th was where he clocked the last time by. You're on board with Keith Batson running behind the pole sitter Levi McIntyre. Now you see the tachometer right there on the center of Batson's car. It was at about 8,600 RPMs. The last going into turn number 3. See how many RPMs he turns going into turn number 1. About 8,600 again, right there through that into turn number 1, and down about no further. And lowest that tachometer's at right now is about maybe 7,800 RPMs right there into turn number 1, and up down to about 8,100 RPMs in the middle of 3 and 4. And again, about 8,600 going into turn number 1. So Batson 28th right now in the field here as they come off turn number 2. Some of the big hitters still back in the pack here. Jessica Shelton in the 9 still running in back there. So it's Kyle Matthews, Johnny Gardner, William Brock, and several others in this field here. There's Ryan George and the other Budweiser Chevrolet. Both the Junior Johnson cars not running well here today. Bill Parker led the last time by, but now Joshua Osborne in Hardy Chevrolet car 28 goes to the top spot now, as we're 25 down and 25 to go at Atlanta. This is going to be a race to the finish here today in the Quick Lane Motorcraft 500. Averaging over 186 miles an hour at this point of the race here, as Osborne led that lap by just a bumper over Phil Parker. Parker made a run at it to try to keep the lead at the line, but Osborne beat him out now as they come off turn number 2 here, and Osborne trying to crowd Parker a little bit going into the third turn now. And now Kev Shear getting a draft off of Osborne's car. Ooh, Parker up the high side here. Rogers looked to the low side. And now Parker goes to the inside, and watch that move. And now Phil Parker and Joshua Osborne will go toe-to-toe with each other, come off turn number 2 for the lead. Now this is a 180-mile-an-hour pace lap we're seeing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Some great racing we usually have on this track. It looks like we're going to have another one here today. Whoa, I would not have tried to call that one at the line. Here. Scoring pylon said Osborne led at the line the last time by 100 of a second. I don't know what the real margin was at the line, but that was really darn close to the line at the start-finish line. Kev Shear now moving his light blue Oldsmobile up to that number of trying to go for second position on Osborne, but Osborne gets a run come off turn number 4. Parker led the last time by us. He and Osborne continues to split the lead back and forth. And now Parker pulls ahead by about 3/4 of a car length right now as they come off turn number 2. And he finally pulls ahead to take the lead, but only momentarily, because here comes Kev Shear to the low side, trying to go for the lead himself through turns number 3 and 4. He'll dip low. Stephen Cullen in the 27 car trying to push him at the lead. Mike Becker's up there in the 7 car behind Jacob Thibodeau in the 33. Off turn number 4, Parker leads that lap again. Right there as they come to the start finish line. There's Thibodeau in the 33 car, running in 7th position at the moment. Down the back stretch in the 3rd turn now. Mike Becker now goes low. Trent Dunn is behind him, along with 41, Colton Schwartz. He's in this mix as well, too. Becker clocked in the 9th position last time 3 wide, as now Jacob Thibodeau stuck in the middle right now between Becker, and Matt McIntyre in the 44 car. Off turn number 4, here comes number 5. Bill Parker on the high side of the track here. And he keeps the lead this time by here, so some great battling for position we're having here, as we mentioned, in the Motorcraft 500, as we're now down to 17 laps remaining in this race here. Now Kev Shear's going to try to go for the lead now in the number 71 car. And problems in turn number 3! Rogers in the wall! Who's going to lead him at the start-finish line this time by? It's going to be Phil Parker leading him to the line. But a bad crash in turn number 3. Matt McIntyre's involved. Mike Becker's involved. Johnny Gardner. Aaron Macklin's involved. Kat Batson. Dylan Poteet. Nathan Hudson is involved. We saw Zach Rogers in the wall going in turn number 3. Shea Derryman's damaged up. Levi McIntyre's damaged up. Travis Furness in the 75's all damaged up. Well, no time like the present to see what happened in replay. Well, as we watch again right here, let's see, Matt McIntyre got a little loose right there. It gets into Mike Becker's car. There's where Rogers got in the wall. Rogers hit the wall a little bit, and then everybody starts checking up. There's where everybody else starts crashing right there. Macklin, Rob Evans. As they go through turns number 3 and 4, everybody's playing a game of where do I go when I get there. This going to be a good view right there. Aaron Macklin gets right into Zachary Fitzwater's car in the 84 car. Now, that sends Macklin around, or actually, he had saved, excuse me, that's Macklin in the 88. Poteet now comes along in 22. Right behind him is Charles Sanford and Zach Rogers. Rogers is going to try to sneak by those two on the outside. And Macklin and Poteet squeeze each other into Rogers' car. Cole Deaver in the 3 car spins right there. Dana Bouchard's trying to bulldoze him. There's Derryman. There's McIntyre, Furness. Keith Batson's involved. James Sykes is involved. Kyle Matthews in the 43 is involved. Johnny Gardner in the 66 car is involved. And I think Shelton might have been involved too. I'm not sure if she was or not. She's on the inside trying to squeeze through all these cars right there, and she, I think, does before the start-finish line. She does, so she's going to pick up quite a few spots there with all that happening. She came across the start. She actually came across the start-finish line in 28. So, and I saw Shelton spun too before trying to avoid that too. See how that happened. There's where everybody. Now there's where Becker, McIntyre, and Jesse Turner all got involved in this whole deal. Now I'm not sure how Shelton got spun when this whole deal in this whole when this whole crash off turn 4 happened. She got hit by Johnny Gardner when Matthews got into Gardner's car. So Shelton got a little bit of damage on this whole deal, and I think Gardner obviously did too. Zach Winkle, you saw he hit Kat Batson's car. So let's take a ride with all three of our in-car cameras. Let's first start with Jessica Shelton. Boy, that looked like Days of Thunder right there for Jessica Shelton right there. She got through the second part of the crash. Now from Kat Batson's perspective. And finally from Keith Batson's view. So amazingly, none of our three drivers got damaged badly in that whole deal right there. So green flag is back out here, and we have Joshua Osborne leading. And one of the drivers did not get going on a start neither. So several damaged up cars didn't quite get going on this restart here and split the pack right there just a little bit as we watch this pack of cars there going into turn number 1 here. Joshua Osborne is your leader, by the way. Second position is Matt McIntyre, or I should say Matt McIntyre is actually in 31st position. He's not on the lead lap. But the cars that Crash took out of the race here, Kev Shearer was out of the race. So is Mitchell Cohen. So is Jordan Anderson, Dylan Poteet, Zach Rogers, Phil Parker is out. So is Travis Furness. So is Zach Winkle. So is Aaron Macklin, and so is Laura Chung. All those cars out of the race here. As we mentioned, Matt McIntyre's the only car not on the lead lap. There he is in the 44 car, but taking the lead right now for the first time from Osborne is Trent Dunham in the number 1 Bullfrog Niche Chevrolet. As we're now closing up on 10 laps remaining in this race here at Atlanta as they're coming through turns 3 and 4. Caution dropped the average speed to 154.245. Seth Cole now trying to make the move to the inside. Seth wanting to win a race really badly here on this track here. For the first time in quite a while, he was second on a few occasions last season, but could not quite snatch the brass ring as they go through turns 3 and 4 now. He hopes to pull one off here today as he and Trent go at it toe to toe. A couple of buddies going at it here. Jacob Thibodeau looks to the low side. Thibodeau looking for his first ever win in this series, too. Remember, we saw Aaron Macklin get his first victory when he won at Richmond. And now he tries to do so here today at Atlanta. Jay Jefferson, he ain't won a race in a long time. Stephen Cohen's looking for his first ever win. Zed Weinstein, what a comeback story that would be for him, though, if he should get a win here today. Charles Sanford also in contention. So is Dylan Young. So is Rob Evans in the 55 car. So And now they come up on the 89 car, James Sykes. And let's see what happens and going to turn number 3. Dunham gets held up, so does Osborne. So that's going to split the field up. So that's going to slow the field up just a little bit right there through turns 3 and 4 now. Osborne's going to take the lead. Thibodeau's going to go to second. And that's going to catch the field up right there. Whoa! Jay 48 car of Jesse Turner just about rear into the back of the 90 car, Charles Sanford. And now everybody's back in contention right now. Let's see what happens here. Now we got several new players here. And Osborne now goes to the low side right now, and Thibodeau gets hung out to the inside. Or hung on the outside right now. And watch the inside lane just go by him. So the outside lane's being held up now, and let's see what happens through turns 3 and 4 now. So several drivers are going to pick up needed spots here. So now it is Joshua Osborne leading. Jay Jefferson's now going to try to go for the lead himself there in turn number 3, in turn number 1. No, wait, Jefferson's not. Who is leading right now? It's Seth Cole leading this race, and he's got a huge lead. Seth Cole in 52 cars got a 3-second lead now on the field after all this lap car madness that happened. And he may be on his way to getting his first victory of the season, possibly, if he can hold on. Let's see what happens. See if he can hold on these last 3 laps of this race here. Osborne's in second position. Third is Jefferson. Fourth is Rob Evans. Fifth is Dylan Young. Sixth is now Jesse Turner. Chelsea Bowles is in 7th. 8th is Cole Deaver. 9th is Jessica Shelton. 10th is Daniel Bouchard. So some of the drivers that were in the earlier wreck are now in the top 10. That's Deaver and Shelton. So, dare we say comeback? I would hope so here. Nathan Hudson right now is in 10th position right now in the 16 car, but we're now down to 2. We're now actually coming to the white flag this time by Johnny Gardner up ahead in the 66 car. They're about to come by for the white flag here. 1 lap remaining for Seth Cole as he has the lead here. But the field is catching up right now here at Atlanta, down to 1.95 seconds between the front 2 cars. As Seth is up the high side now, Gardner trying to go low, and oh boy, Seth's now caught behind Gardner, and he goes into turn number 3. And Seth's going to clear Johnny Gardner's 66 car, and he is going to do it today at Atlanta. Off turn number 4 and chalk one up for the season for Seth Cole. He wins the Quick Lane Motorcraft 500 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Lap traffic, that lap car of Gardner almost killed Seth right there. But nonetheless, he does win it, though. Jay Jefferson comes home 2nd. 3rd will go to Joshua Osborne. 4th to Dylan Young. 5th place will go to Rob Evans. 6th to Jesse Turner. 7th to Chelsea Bowles. 8th to Cole Deaver. 9th, Jessica Shelton, matching her car number. And 10th will go to Nathan Hudson. In one of the most wackiest finishes I'd seen in Atlanta probably ever. Averaging, Seth Cole gets the win. Finally gets his first victory in a long time this season. Averaging 158.87. Let's take a look how Seth Cole got the lead by that much, though. Anyway, on this, as in replay. Here's how Seth Cole got that big lead, though. He was battling with Trent Dunham for the top spot. Now they got up to James Sykes in the 89. Seth's going to zoom past him for the lead. Takes the lead right there, and everybody else is going to get caught up behind the lap traffic here. Now Seth gets by the 48 car of, or 84 car of Zachary Fitzwater, and everybody else is going to get caught up behind him now. That's where Osborne, Thibodeau, and several others got caught up behind the 48 car. And what we thought was a battle for the lead at that time, too, and we thought so at least, but that was until Seth Cole had pulled ahead. Good thing for Seth he actually had that big of a lead, though, because that lead almost shrunk to nothing in the last lap of the race there after he got caught behind Johnny Gardner in the 66 car. So that's how things finish here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway here. Again, averaging 158.87 in this race. So Forrest in the books in 4 different winners here. Seth Cole gets the win here. Jay Jefferson, we mentioned, was second. Then Osborne, Young, Evans, Turner, Bowles, Deaver, Shelton, and Hudson the top 10. David Bouchard comes home in 11th position, 12th to Kyle Matthews. And there was another driver that got involved in that crash in the late part of the race, too. So Jacob Thibodeau was 13th. 14th was Trent Dunham. 15th was Quentin Moore. Zed Weinstein 16th. 17th will go to Charles Saver. 18th to Ryan George. 19th, Stephen Cullen. And pole sitter Levi McIntyre comes home in 20th. The rest of the finishing order for you here. William Brock was 21st. Then Shea Derryman, Kat Batson, Matt Haas, Keith Batson, Mike Becker, and Colton Schwartz was the last finisher on the lead lap. 3 cars did not finish on the lead lap. That was Johnny Gardner, Matt McIntyre, James Sykes, and Zachary Fitzwater. All of them finished in this race here. There's the rest of the finishers. They were all out of the race here. 10 cars. Kev Shear, Mitchell Collins, Jordan Anderson, Dylan Poteet, Zach Rogers, Bill Parker, Travis Furness, Zach Winkle, Aaron Macklin, and Laura Chung were all the cars that finished out of the race here. So that will do it here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got in our races, we got gaming videos, we got in our online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA and race winner today, Seth Cole, desires for this channel. Be sure to check out our other NNSCRA series, including the Duracell Cup series, which is in full swing on this channel too. And also on Thrashman 899's channel, be sure to check out the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup series as well too. So some of the best offline series is under the NNSCRA umbrella, and you will not regret checking those races out neither. So that will do today here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Congratulations again to Seth Cole, the winner of the Quick Lane Motorcraft 500. For now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA. Off on racing at its best. We will see you at the high banks of Darlington.